Have you ever wondered how secret messages were sent during World War II without the enemy intercepting and decoding them? Enter the Enigma machine, a cryptographic marvel of its time. This machine was the brainchild of German engineer Arthur Scherbius, who developed it in the 1920s. Its primary purpose? To encrypt military communications, making them nearly impossible to crack. The Enigma machine was no ordinary cipher device. Inside it housed a series of rotating disks, creating a mechanical system that allowed for a different encryption key for each message. This meant that even if you intercepted a communication, decoding it was an entirely different ballgame. The German military used the Enigma machine to their advantage, changing its settings at designated times throughout the day. With each adjustment, the machine's configuration altered, resulting in billions of possible combinations. This vastness of potential configurations made the Enigma machine a formidable tool, capable of producing billions of different configurations, making it a seemingly impenetrable system. So, what made the Enigma machine such a cryptographic marvel? Let's delve into the ingenious design of this device. The Enigma machine was not just a simple cipher machine, it was an intricate mechanism, a testament to the ingenuity of its creator, Arthur Scherbius. The heart of this machine was a set of rotating disks. Each disk was wired differently, and with every key press, they rotated, changing the encrypted letter each time. Imagine typing a message and having the letter A encrypted differently every time you press the key. That's what the Enigma machine did. It gave the same letter a new encrypted identity with each key press. This dynamic encryption made it nearly impossible for anyone intercepting the message to decipher it. But the genius of the Enigma didn't stop there. The machine's settings, which determined the initial position of the rotating disks and the wiring of a plug board that further scrambled the message, were changed at designated times of the day. These settings were shared among German military units, ensuring that everyone was on the same page, so to speak. Now here's where things get mind-boggling. The Enigma had an astronomical number of possible configuration combinations. We're talking billions upon billions. This vast number of potential setups meant that even if you intercepted a message, figuring out the right configuration to decrypt it was like finding a needle in a haystack the size of a continent. The Enigma machine was a masterpiece of cryptography, a mechanical marvel that turned simple messages into complex puzzles. It was a formidable tool in the hands of the German military, providing them with a level of communication security that was virtually unbreakable at the time. The Enigma's design, which changed with every key press, made it an extraordinarily challenging puzzle to solve. And it would take a genius to crack this puzzle, but more on that in the next scene. Enter Alan Turing, a British mathematician, and the man who took on the challenge of decrypting the Enigma. Turing, a brilliant mind recognized for his work in theoretical computation, found his calling during the world's darkest hour at Bletchley Park, the hub of the government code and cipher school. He was a key player in an international team tasked with the seemingly impossible, cracking the Enigma's inscrutable cipher. The Enigma, with its series of rotating disks and billions of possible configurations, was a formidable foe, but Turing was up to the task. His weapon of choice? A machine of his own design, the Bombe. The bombe was a marvel of electromechanical engineering. It was designed to mimic 36 different Enigma rotors, churning through potential combinations at lightning speed to identify the correct setup. The bombe didn't crack the code through brute force alone though, it was a tool, and like any tool its use required skill and strategy. The real magic happened when Turing's team applied logical assumptions and known plaintext parts, or cribs. These cribs were predictable phrases that the enemy was likely to use, like weather report. By feeding these cribs into the Bombe, Turing and his team could give the machine a starting point, a foothold in the vast mountain of possible Enigma configurations. With the Bombe and a bit of strategic thinking, Turing and his team were able to decrypt intercepted German communications, providing the Allied forces with invaluable insights into the enemy's plans. Turing's work on the Bombe machine and the Enigma marked a significant milestone in the fields of cryptography and computer science. His contributions to these fields laid the groundwork for modern digital security, and his legacy lives on in the encryption techniques we use today. Turing's fight against the Enigma was more than a battle of wits. It was a quest for understanding, a quest that ultimately changed the course of history. Turing's Bombe machine was a breakthrough in the battle against the Enigma's complex encryption. So, how did the Bombe machine work to break the Enigma's code? Well, the Bombe was an electromechanical marvel, a testament to human ingenuity in the face of adversity. It was designed to systematically test all possible rotor and plugboard settings of the Enigma machine. Imagine a giant puzzle solver, tirelessly whirring away, rapidly cycling through possible combinations to find that one correct setup. Each Bombe machine simulated 36 different Enigma rotors, a feat that was no small task in the 1940s. But the Bombe machine wasn't just a brute force code breaker. It was a delicate instrument that relied on logical assumptions and known plaintext parts, or cribs, as they were called. These cribs were predictable phrases or words that the enemy might use frequently, like weather report, or the names of high-ranking officers. Recognizing these phrases within the encrypted messages was like finding a key under the doormat. These cribs provided a starting point for the decryption process, a glimmer of order within the chaos of the Enigma's cipher. Once a crib was identified, the Bombe machine would get to work, whirring and clicking as it tested rotor and plugboard settings. If the machine found a match, it would halt, presenting the hopeful cryptanalysts with a potential decryption setting. This process was repeated, sometimes hundreds of times, until the correct settings were found. The Bombe machine was the brainchild of Alan Turing, a man whose name has become synonymous with the field of computer science. His work, along with his team at Bletchley Park, was instrumental in intercepting and understanding German communications during World War II. Turing's efforts led to the decryption of the Enigma machine, marking a significant milestone in cryptography and computer science. It was a triumph of human ingenuity over mechanical complexity, a victory of mind over machine. But perhaps most importantly, it was a powerful testament to the role that code-breaking and information warfare can play in shaping the course of history. Decoding the Enigma was no small feat, but what impact did it have on the course of World War II and beyond? Cracking the Enigma cipher was a game-changer, providing the Allies with a strategic advantage. They gained insights into German military plans, troop movements and supply routes often before the orders even reached the front lines. This invaluable information helped to shorten the war, saving countless lives in the process. But the impact of Enigma's decryption didn't end with the war. The work of Alan Turing and his team laid the groundwork for modern digital security and encryption techniques. Today we see the echoes of Turing's work in our secure online transactions, in the protection of our personal data, and even in the secret communications of our own military and intelligence services. The Enigma machine, once an unbreakable cipher, was eventually decoded, forever changing the course of history and the field of cryptography.